Hi, it's Chris and Goran from PickDogs.com here with your group preview for Group E of the UEFA Euro 2021 soccer tournament beginning on June 11th. We're going to have coverage over it at PickDogs.com as well as all of our other content, so make sure you go over and check it out. And we do more free pick videos than anyone, so subscribe to our channel and hit the thumbs up. Well, Goran, you and I can both agree this is maybe one of the more interesting groups of the tournament. You've got Spain and Poland, two of the now bigger powerhouse teams in Europe, as well as a Sweden team that's looking for some answers without Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Slovakia qualifying for the tournament as well. What do you think is going to happen in this one?
Definitely, that's a tough one as well. Spain is the favorite here, that's for sure, with minus 300, but they have been kind of struggling with scoring goals lately, and they have had some bad games, but just by looking at their roster, they have three great strikers, they have solid midfield. Defensively, they have improved because they got Laporte from Manchester City just in time for this Euro Cup, so I think that's going to be a huge help for this team. But taking Spain with minus 300 is just not worth it, because even Poland and Sweden, who is a great team, could be a real threat to Spain here. I think this is the group where we're gonna see a lot of draws, probably 3 or 4 draws in the total of these 9 games. But I would take a risk and take Poland to win this group.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you just based on value. But you look at Spain. I know a lot of people we're gonna hear this in the commentary, how there's no Real Madrid players on the roster now that Sergio Ramos has been left off the roster, and it's the fact that Barcelona is starting to move towards the youth movement. You've got players like Pedro on the roster now. You're seeing players like Oyarzabal from Real Sociedad. You're seeing guys that you may not have seen in the Spanish roster before that are finally getting their chance to be called up. Doesn't mean Spain has any less of a team, but it's just you're now starting to see the next wave of Spanish players, but not necessarily players that have a ton of talent ton of experience at the major tournament level. So it's going to be interesting to see how they cope. But a lot of people are going to associate Poland with Robert Lewandowski. That's to be expected, but the problem is they associate that with him for a reason. He is very good. Scored 41 goals for Bayern this season. That's going to be hard to tame. But like I said, the team for me to watch in this group is Sweden. I don't have very high hopes for them, just because I think Zlatan Ibrahimovic was a large part of that team, even if this was his last kick at the can for Sweden in a major tournament. I think, not having his presence there is just going to maybe, pull this team back a little bit. And I wasn't expecting much for Slovakia to begin with. I mean, they're the team that always just makes it there, but they're just almost happy to be there, and they kind of bow out fairly early on. But I don't know. What are you looking for in terms of futures in this one?
You know what? Slovakia has a lot of veterans in their team. The players that are not playing the top level soccer anymore, and I think they will end last in this group. That's for sure. As far as Sweden goes, they do have a few good players like Kulusevski from Juventus. They have Forsberg from Leipzig. They can definitely play hard and rough soccer if needed, and they will be the team that will focus on defense in this group. That's for sure. I don't think that will be enough for them to get to that second place, and I don't even think they will reach that third place, one of the best places to qualify for the round of 16. So it's going to be up to Spain and Poland to get to the top of this group, and Poland has a lot of offensive firepower, and they will need to score a lot of goals if they want to get to that top spot. So I'm going to take Poland to win the group and Spain to end second.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I like Poland to win the group sort of as a nice value play, plus 550. Like you said, Poland to finish first, Spain to finish second, exactly in that order. You're getting plus 900. That's fantastic value. You can even box it, get it covered with first Spain, Poland in second for plus 165. Or even if you just want to take Spain and Poland in any order, plus 125. That's I can't argue with that. It's great. Still plus money for all your options covered in one wager. And I'm also looking at Sweden not to advance from the group stage at plus 160. Goran, like you said, Sweden is going to be focused on a defensive style of soccer, and when you're looking at those third place teams, goal difference is going to play a huge part in that, because there are going to be a bunch of teams with either 4 or even 3 points in there, and if you're not scoring many goals, it's going to be hard for you to make up that ground over teams that have actually won a game and won one quite convincingly, and they're going to have the upper edge in terms of goal difference. So if Sweden sits back and plays a defensive style, that might end up hurting them unless they finish in second, which, like we've discussed, doesn't look like it's going to be a possibility for Sweden.
Exactly. Sweden is actually, according to the book, is bigger favorite than Slovakia, but I'm just not so sure about that. To take that plus 60 for Sweden to end up last, I think that's a pretty safe bet.
And there you have it. It's our group preview for Group E. But if you're looking for our best bets, the games that we absolutely love are the ones we have our money on. You can find those in the premium area over at the website. Just go to pickdogs.com. Click on the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. You can get Goran's best bets, my best bets, as well as best bets from some of the other top handicappers in the world. Looking for even more free picks? Well, subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us for our live show every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the drive-thru. We give out tons of free picks on those shows, so make sure you subscribe to our channel, join us, and smash the like button.